Wells Fargo is guilty of coming out with a statement and saying, we hire grief counselors because we care deeply about our employees. What about the ones that die on their shift? You care about those? Because 4 days undiscovered in the building is insane. So Wells Fargo is guilty of not having a consistent cleaning crew. Wells Fargo is guilty of not having a janitor that comes around regularly. So Wells Fargo is absolutely guilty of probably being the shittiest work environment in the history of work environments. They're guilty of not giving a fuck about their employees. So your employee dies at work. You don't find her on day one. You don't find her on day two. You haven't noticed the work not being done. Reports, no punches in or out, emails, nothing. No communication. You haven't noticed. Day 3 passes, still nothing. Day 4 passes, and then finally somebody stumbles upon the dead body that is your employee that's been there for 4 days. Seems inconceivable. Wells Fargo is the guiltiest of the guilty when it comes to shitty workplace environments. To say you give a fuck about your employees is, the most brutally dishonest thing I've ever heard. Wells Fargo is guilty of not having any type of a workplace culture that is inclusive at all because you have a person dead for 4 days and nobody even notices. Wells Fargo apparently doesn't have a boss in the building checking on people's work. Wells Fargo is just a shitty environment. It is guilty of being just the worst fucking... Wells Fargo got a history, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, of being a shitty work environment. So this actually shouldn't probably surprise anybody because Wells Fargo has been a shitty place to work and a shitty business for a long time. Now, they make a lot of money, so they're going to probably still be around for a long time as they've been around for a long time. But they are guilty of being just the shittiest of the shitty. To have an employee die is one thing. To have an employee die and stay dead at their desk for 4 days is the worst workplace environment in the history of the world. Where are her coworkers? Where is anybody? Where's her boss? She has a supervisor? What's going on at Wells Fargo? First of all, maybe I need to go work at Wells Fargo because you're telling me I can come to work, not do anything for days on end, and nobody's even going to question me about the lack of productivity I got going on? Sign me up. Sign me up. Now, hopefully I don't die. Maybe I'll keep like what was them old bracelets you used to have? Medical alert. Help me, I fall and I can't get up. One of those. Because obviously nobody's going to give a fuck if I do perish around this mug. So I need to figure out a way to get myself taken care of in that instance. But outside of that, work life has to be amazing. Because you could have been in there fucking. You could have been in there smoking and drinking. You literally could have been in Wells Fargo doing whatever you wanted. It took 4 days for somebody to say, hey, something doesn't smell right. Means I could have been blowing weed, smoking my Black and Mild, whatever I wanted to do. Had the Henny, the ENJ, whatever your drink of choice, the Ciroc, cognac, whatever. Who's gonna know? Nobody. And your only thing that you can possibly think of to say you shouldn't probably do all those things is, man, you at work. I don't got to produce, so who gives a shit? If I don't got to turn in no reports, I don't got to send no emails, I don't got to answer no calls, why shouldn't I get high and go have sex with people at the workplace? Why not? We got space here. It's desks, all type of flat surfaces. Apparently, I got the whole floor, so we can get loose. I digress. Wells Fargo is the shittiest of the shitty. They're guilty of just being the worst workplace in the history of workplaces.
Objection, Your Honor. My client is not responsible for when people clock in and out. That's entirely on them.
What the fuck does that have to do with anything? Your client is responsible for the people they employ while they are on their clock.
Those people are responsible for themselves, Your Honor.
As an adult human being, yes, but once they've punched in, you are liable for those human beings until they leave your building.
It is our position that once they are in the building and their tasks have been assigned, they are the responsible party. So when they come, when they leave, when they take lunch is entirely on them, Your Honor.
I'm not shocked that that's your take. I'm not shocked that that's how you feel about it based on the fact that she was dead for 4 days. You clearly do not give a fuck about your employees. So nobody is shocked that that's what you're saying. We clearly understand that's your position here.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah, you suck. You need to get another job, represent somebody that's worth something, because this company is a piece of shit. But I know they got that bread, so I'm sure they're paying you well.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah, fuck you.